So Jesus for us is the second most important prophet. Yeah? And we believe also in his return, yeah? That he is the one who brings actually back the goodness in this world again, and the balance, yeah? That he is the one who completes his mission, no? And this is also an interesting thing, because why do the Muslims not expect the Prophet ﷺ and Muhammad to be coming back, right? Why is this combination that there is first coming Mahdi, which is the not the Messiah, but the one who gives relief or relieves, who stops all these injustices and brings a stop and a relief. And then comes Jesus, yeah, and fights with the Antichrist, no, which is called Dajjal, and puts him back to his place, and he's finished. And then they establish this golden period, yeah, that new age, that new time, Aquarius time, which is coming now, where we are in it already, but it's unfolding. That's the idea, right? Theologically. So there is so little which separates us from Christians, so little, yeah. And in almost every Islamic country, you find hundreds of churches, right? You find hundreds of churches, and they are allowed to go there, but political fanaticism has been taken over and has got married with the religion world, with the religious world, and this is why we have this ugly face of religions everywhere now. Yeah, I mean, the Europe and the West, America, North America, is a caricature of the Christian principles, right? It's a kind of caricature, no? And the same is for the Eastern world. It's a caricature of the gifts and the beauty the Prophet ﷺ brought. Yeah. So what we see is a political Christianity, a political Islam, a political Buddhism even. Yeah. It's the same. Political Hinduism. Now we have a kind of Nazi regime in India, yeah, where the Hindus are motivated to become very fanatic, yeah, especially against other movements, first of all, against Muslims, but basically against any other. Yeah. So we have these political religions, and that will be also in the new time coming back, because these political religions will disappear. Yeah. And they will lose their power, and the real path, the real way will be established. No, and that is described in all their religions as well. Yeah. The Christians hope to be revived as Christianity. The Muslims hope to be revived as Muslims. The Buddhists hope to be revived as Buddhists. They call it Maitreya. The Hindus call it Kalkati. Yeah. So all of them hope to find this revival. No. And we, on an individual side, we have to understand this message that we need also to revive our life, yeah, to bring a revival now. And 22, which is ruled under the number 6, yeah, very significant, means that we really have to look into our life, into our personal situation, and try to purify, no? To purify as much as we can, because purification is consciousness. Yeah. And with this consciousness, you can see and understand things which are otherwise close to us. And then live an intelligent life, like a really intelligent life, and a life where we can trust each other again. As we said before, brothers become brothers, real brothers. Sisters become sisters, real sisters. We stop this competition and this kind of backbiting and whatever there is, And who doesn't do it will receive strong pressures. Who doesn't accept the new way, of honesty, of sincerity, of purity, will receive strong pressures. And this is not a moral thing. I really need to emphasize this because it could be misunderstood as a moral, as something which comes as a kind of punishment or these things. No, has nothing to do. It has just to do. The purity is not morals. Purity is the foundation of a certain perception of other dimensions. You cannot be there if you are still under the influence of certain evil tendencies, such as envy or nourishing yourself from the bad situation of others, that we want to see basically everyone failing, and it makes us almost happy, if we know that others suffer as well. This thing, we have to stop it. And that can only happen by purity. So purity is what is in Sufism mentioned as polishing your heart. We polish our heart. And this is a little painful process. But we have been given the tools now. We have been given the knowledge also. So it can happen. And it can happen fast. That is the beautiful thing of the new time, that what has taken very long times before, decades of years, can be reached in months now. That's the gift of this time. It's heavy, it's difficult, it's shaking, but it's also very fast. So that our elders, they tell us that when we walk pure, we can literally fly in light speed. Travel in light speed. That's what we experience actually, when you do the process. Yes. And with the power of the sun, that especially in winter time is not as prominent as in the summer. So the winter time is the most difficult time now to pass. With this power of the sun, which is of course still there, we give it to our heart, and also our sun can shine, and from there we direct the emotions, which are water, moon emotions, and we direct our mind, and they become powerful together, and they align, and then everything falls in place. So the one who looks, for example, for the profession he wants to do because he feels what he does is not what he wants to do, will find these things. The ones who has a deep desire, a deep longing for a fulfilled relationship will come to that. Yeah. The other who has a strong longing into the spiritual realm, yeah, will come to that. So everyone will be receiving, yeah. And the principle of receiving is giving. No. So what you give, you receive. You give that light, you give this purity, you will receive that light. Yeah. And this will be very supported in the next year. No. And those who still go in the manipulation, also our politicians or whom they are, they will receive difficulties. Yeah. Because this time is over. The time is over where we are under a group. Wheresoever is this group, there's no need now to specify that. Was that we are under this power. Yeah. This time is over. Okay. But for this, we have also to empower ourselves first and see what we did with our power, that we gave it away to here, to there, to here, to there. And we have to bring it back to ourselves. No. And purify from all toxic relationships that we do, that we have, that we also create, of course. No. And to develop, no, to develop, inshallah. So it is not all bad and terrible, yeah, and we should not demonize too much our time and our epoch now. But see the great chances in it. No? So I wish everyone for you to have a beautiful light days with your families and with your beloved ones, and that you also have this move in the solar new year, yeah, which is for many of us very important, that also goes very, very nice with you. And look with confidence into your life, into your future, because the one who walks straight has nothing to fear. Never ever. The moment you tell the truth radically to yourself, the devil inside of all of us, the Kareen, which is called in the Quran, the Kareen, the private devil which we have in us, has to submit. Yeah. As the Prophet ﷺ said, I made my Kareen, my personal shaitan, to be Muslim, yeah, to be submitted. And this you will experience that. If you're not anymore in the hands of lying, of manipulating, of threatening, all these things, if you go out of that and you don't court, you don't put your energetic strings with anybody except there where it belongs to, yeah, to your beloved ones, to your family, and that's it, yeah, then you have nothing to fear. Yeah. Everything will be given, because you are not anymore out of the symphony of the geometric, of the good, beautiful geometry of the universe. You become a part of this geometry. And that means you are universal supported, right? This is how it is. And so I wish for all of you to realize this invitation and to practice it as much as possible, and to allow the truth to be victorious. Yeah. Thank you very much, and all the best to all of you. Stay healthy, stay in love, stay in confidence, stay in strength, and don't give up on yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.